OptionGenius has put together this really cool investment calculator. I'm going to kind of give you a tour of the calculator, and I wish I could share this link out with you so you could just click on it. But you'll have to go to a web browser and go to optiongenius.com/investment-calculator. Hey traders, welcome to part 9 of Options 101, where we're going to take a look at reaching your financial goal. Most traders come into the world of trading options because there is a specific financial goal that they want to achieve, and it's different for everybody. This is the 9th of 10 parts, and the next part with some tips, but we've got this really cool tool that I want to share with you in this part so that you can, bookmark it, keep it in your resources. And when you start diving into our options courses, trading plans, and our strategies, you can use this to kind of guide your journey through trading options. Again, this is all for informational purposes only. Everything here is educational in nature. We are not financial advisors. So let's get started. What are your financial goals? I know when I first found options, when I was first introduced to options, I had a goal in mind. I knew what I wanted to do, and I was trying to find some way to do it that involved making more money, right? And so when I learned about options and the different ways that options worked, I saw it as a way for me to achieve my goals. I could get there a little quicker and maybe even do some additional things with options afterwards. So it's been a great journey so far, and I'm enjoying the ride as I go. What I've learned is that it's different for everybody. Everybody has a different reason for getting into this activity of trading options. Whether it's to help build for retirement, you're looking to generate some monthly income or maybe some annual income. You're looking to just trade enough to raise some capital for a specific expense or whatever it is, right? So you've got some financial goals, and the different trading strategies and the trade plans are going to help you get there, but maybe at a different pace. So knowing this, OptionGenius has put together this really cool investment calculator. I'm going to kind of give you a tour of the calculator, and I wish I could share this link out with you so you could just click on it. But you'll have to go to a web browser and go to optiongenius.com/investment-calculator. Don't forget the little dash in between investment and calculator, and you'll be brought to a website that's got this calculator here with a couple of big green buttons: passive trading, wealth calculator, and financial independence calculator. I split the pictures up here in the presentation, but really it's all just one website. It's just you got to scroll down to get to the separate calculator for financial independence. But I want to give you a quick tour just to show you how they work and kind of give you some food for thought and some things to think about and some ways to apply this to see what it's going to take in your trading journey to get you where you want to go and where you need to be. So let me go ahead and share this calculator. I'm going to head on over to that website. All right, there we go. OptionGenius.com/investment-calculator. And here we are. You can click on this first one. It'll take you to the initial calculator, and then this one is at the bottom. So I shared those screens. Let's start with this top one, and I'll give you the dime tour of how to use it. So first, it's going to help you determine how long it's going to take for you to reach a specific financial goal based on a number of factors. First, how much are you going to have in your trading account? How much you're willing to risk? And if you're new to options, which is why you're watching this course to begin with, you might be willing to only risk a little bit of capital. You're not really sure. You haven't had success with this yet. You want to make sure that this is something that you can do, and so you don't want to just bet the farm on it and risk everything you own and dive right in. So you're going to just put a little capital in there. So go ahead and just put in whatever amount. Maybe you're following along. Feel free to do that. I encourage you to do that and pause as you go along. So let's, a lot of traders I hear talk about starting with a small account, like let's say $5,000. All right. And if you were planning on adding to that, let's say, you've got a job, you've got a way that you earn income on the side, and this is going to be another way for you to generate income or build some wealth. You're planning on adding some money to it. Let's say you want to put $100 a month into it. If you're starting with a small account, I highly recommend you leave this on compound. Right? So you're not going to be taking out those gains. You're going to leave those gains in there. We're going to talk about compounding in a minute, so that you can earn money with the money you earned. Compounding is amazing. It'll change your life, right? So until you reach the point where you're at cruising altitude, I highly recommend that you leave as much of your gains as possible in your account. And then this is where you determine how much you can make on a monthly basis in terms of a percentage, right? Some of the strategies out there, they'll help you earn as much as 3, 2, 3, 4, 5% per month on the amount of capital you risk. There are some that are even higher, as much as 10% a month. Let's do something conservative. Let's say you're going to make 5% a month, but you're going to be doing that every month. Every month you're placing trades, you're planning on doing monthly option trades, and then you're going to let this go for 5 years. All right. And so you just kind of put in your specifics here. How often are you going to be compounding? There are weekly options available. Some people only do yearly options. If you're trading monthly, that's fine. You're planning on making 5% a month. That's, I know it seems absurd, but once you start learning about some of the things you can earn in these trading programs, it's actually pretty realistic. Again, no guarantees, but let's just keep it at a 5%. And you're going to do this for 5 years, starting with 5,000, and you're willing to put $100 a month in your account. Well, at the end of that 5 years, you click calculate. At the end of that 5 years, if you trade that way, continuing to make that $100 a month, that's $1,200 a year for 5 years. That's $6,000 of your own contributions, and you're compounding. Remember, you're continuing to leave those gains in your account. At the end of 5 years, look at this. This is insane. $128,754.25. That's incredible. But that's because of the magic of compounding, right? So if you have a larger account, let's say you start with a $40,000 account and you're planning on putting, I don't know, $2,000 a month, and you have a lower risk tolerance. Let's say you have a trade plan and a strategy that's only going to earn you, I don't know, 3% a month, but you're planning on doing that for the next 5 years. You can still turn that into a pretty substantial amount of capital. All right, for 5 years, making 3%. Oh, I'm sorry, that was supposed to be $40,000. Let's try that again. Calculate. There we go. We have over $500,000. It's just unbelievable compounding will do for you. And I'll explain that in just a moment if you're not familiar with compounding. Now, what about financial independence, right? This is growing your account. This is, getting an account that has a certain amount of money in it or reaching a financial goal, right? That was one of the things I talked about was you have a specific financial goal. What about financial independence? Okay, what about replacing your income? Let's say you make $5,000 a month, right? And you want to replace that with trading income. You want to make $5,000 a month trading, and you have a trading strategy that earns 5% on a monthly basis, right? How much money would you need in that account in order for you to make $5,000 a month if your trades earn you 5%? You would need $100,000. And then you can use this part of it. Again, how much capital do you have? $500. How much can you add every month? 100. That was my first example. You said you would make 5% a month. It's going to take you a little shy of 5 years to grow your account to $100,000 to the point where you're able to replace your $5,000 a month income with trading. That's just powerful. That's amazing. Feel free to play around with this calculator. It's free. You don't have to create an account or anything. Just go to that website and plug in some numbers. I encourage you to bookmark it so that you have it for when you do take the trading courses and you start looking at some of the returns you can get on those trades. Let's go back to the presentation here. I just wanted to give you a tour of that. Come back to this video and see how I use it. If you have any questions about it, you can look at the video. But compound interest, it just real quick, and feel free to pause this video. I know I'm probably going to run a little over 10 minutes. The difference between simple and compound interest has always been fascinating to me, and it's something that it takes a little while to wrap your brain around. But if you make 1% a month in simple interest, you're just getting 1% month after month after month on the same amount of money, and you would make 12% annual. If you compound it, meaning you leave that amount in there, don't worry about this crazy formula up here. I could explain it to you. Your principal balance, that's what you're starting with, the rate of return, how many times is it compounding, and then the total amount of time you're going to leave your investment in there times the number of times it's compounded. Look at the breakdown. So what I did was, instead of 1% month simple interest, I did 1% per month annually if you were to compound it. And if you were to leave your gains in your account, you're not earning 12% a year, you're earning 12.7, 12.68. So you're not earning 24% a year, you're earning 26, almost 27%. You're not earning 3 times 12, that's 36 in simple interest. You're not earning 36, you're earning 42.5%. So look at some of these comparisons. Look at how much annual interest you earn when you're trading and compounding if you can achieve these types of monthly returns on your trades. It's just phenomenal. 6% a month, that translates to over 100% per year. You would double your account in a year if you can earn 6% a month. That's just mind-blowing. So again, bookmark that, go to that website, please save it, bookmark it, keep it for the future. After you take some strategy courses, use those calculators, help you make projections. I cannot understate or overstate the power of compound interest enough. Got a little quote here from Albert Einstein. Thanks for sticking with me for an extra minute or two. I get excited about this stuff. And I'll see you in part 10.